Captain Yashika Tyagi joins me. And Captain Tyagi, when you look at these visuals on your screen about hitting such precision strikes and target, what is your understanding of what unfolded at 1:40 a.m.? A strike attempted at our civilian infrastructure at our Punjab Air Base. In turn, India opening up its systems, not only with regard to self-defense, but saying enough is enough, and then precision strikes at their air bases in Pakistan.
Hello, Pooja. Jai Hind. The data speak for themselves. Global Power Index clearly states India is number 4 globally and Pakistan is at number 12. There is absolutely hilarious comparison when you try to put both these countries together. Added to it is the fact that how India is going ahead leaps and bounds in producing indigenously. We are not dependent for so many things on other countries. If I take you back uh, 25 years back when Kargil happened, I am a Kargil War veteran and I'm a logistics officer. I was responsible for the supply chain management. I have seen it, I have braved it, I have real life experience with it when I speak. That way back in those days, we did not have ammunition that was being produced in our own country. Hero of Kargil was Bofors, and we did not have Bofors ammunition. Likewise, there were so much of, uh, you know, when we see these ammunitions today, we find that how greatly India is at a advantageous position. Pakistan is looking at Turkey. Pakistan is looking at China.
China.
And yes, army teaches us one thing, and that is a principle that never ever underestimate your enemy. Never take your eye even for once away from where your enemy is. And so we must not underestimate
Sure.
Pakistan's threats. Pakistan, we have seen since last so many wars 47, 48, we
Correct.
had 65, we had 71, we had Kargil, and we have seen that Pakistan's friends have helped Pakistan. But having said that, this time there is a very big difference. And you also must have seen and covered it that when we had, say, 2611, or when we had uh, so many, Akshardham,
Yes.
and many such terror attacks, we
Pathankot,
were always
Riyasi,
told,
Rajouri. Yes.
yeah, and we were always, they are countless, they are countless. And we have always been told by the global uh, hotshots, exercise restraint, exercise
De-escalate.
restraint,
Stay no to war.
de-escalate, de-escalate. But this time, no one is telling us directly to de-escalate. It is only very recently, last couple of hours, that we see US has actually,
True.
but before that, you have seen how J.D. Vance replied and how Trump said that,
What is the
it's
difference
there.
then? What do you think is the difference of India in 2025 and India, let's say, of the 1999, for example?
India is strong. India is economic power. And this has not happened overnight. If I take you back to COVID times, you see how our vaccine diplomacy put us out there, where all the countries of the world were starting from the same start line while preparing the COVID vaccine. How India stood in the forefront, not just helped and vaccinated its own citizens, but also gave vaccine as help also to countless other
In
countries.
fact, we were the first to help so many states
Yes.
at that juncture. But it's also, when you mentioned that we have always been at the front in humanitarian times. But what happened, for example, when we did it for Turkey? They had an earthquake. India immediately sent its Indian Army team, medical professionals and help. Today, Turkey is providing weapons to Pakistan. China is trying to help with their military hardware. How do you think that India should proceed at a juncture like this?
Tell you what, never forget. You may forgive, but never forget. This is a lesson as army personnel, I can say. But diplomacy will, you know, these days our MEA is coming out so strongly. the way we are dealing with countries of the world, India is there at the forefront. And India is taking such momentous decisions. And so I am very sure that nothing goes unpunished. We may forgive, but we will
Yes.
never forget. Right?
Captain Yashika
And
Tangi, as we look at these visuals on your screen, because I've been anchoring since early this morning, since the news broke, and I can't help but make a comparison. The comparison of how India struck the military targets and earlier than that, the terror targets in Pakistan successfully without harming civilians of Pakistan. In turn, I also felt a lot of pride to say that when we talked about the targets that Pakistan was attempting against India have been foiled, shot down, intercepted, destroyed. How do you see that comparison and the differentiation that India, even now, despite constant attacks at our civilians, is ensuring, let's go after terrorists, let's go after military installations if required, we will avoid as much as possible civilian areas?
Pooja, let me begin by complimenting you and all the anchors who are right there and bringing out this news real time and trying to put so many propaganda and fake news and misinformation at rest. You all are warriors. You all are fighting a battle. Your domain is studio at this time, and you are fighting from here. So my compliments to you. Your question that says that how India is doing. See, in army we have, we go by our learnings, and one thing that is taught to us from day one in tactics and strategy is that aim should be very clear, and aim should always be one line aim. We cannot have a paragraph as an aim, right? So our one line aim was terror has to be absolutely eradicated. And it was made very clear to us when PM said in that Madhubani speech, we will identify, track, and punish the people who did it and their perpetrators and backers. So our
And
rules
India
of the
has done
game
its best,
very
I'm sure
clearly
you'll
told
agree
to
to
us.
that, to de-escalate, to put forth a hand of friendship, all these decades, only in turn getting a Kargil War, a 26/11, a Pathankot, a parliament attack and more, and the recent attacks. One of the reasons that India has responded this time. Captain
Yes,
Yashika
yes.
Tyagi, thank you for making all the fair points and for, of course, your contribution as much with regard to the military. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much, Captain Tyagi.